What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And I obviously am posting a little bit later than everybody else, who I'm sure has already recapped The Mandalorian. They recapped it at 3 a.m. on Wednesday when this thing dropped. Anyway, I even though I'm doing it late, I'm still doing it. I'm a completionist, and it was the season finale. So let's talk about it. This does have audio description on Disney Plus. Still, just in case you were wondering, they continued to provide audio description for the show. And this has been a weird season. Like, I haven't loved every single episode of The Mandalorian this season. I thought some episodes worked more than others. I thought even this season kind of ended in a way where I still don't know why I needed to know that entire episode that we spent with that doctor who was like, I like to work on cloning, and like she has him captured and sent off to a facility. I'm like, why do I need to know these characters? They barely answered. She's like in one other episode for like 5 seconds. I don't know. Who cares? I don't care. You didn't make me care. So, but that has nothing to do with this episode. This episode was fantastic. If the other stuff had never happened, I wouldn't even notice going into this episode. It's because it's an amazing episode. Yeah, it kind of gave you everything that you needed. It was, it was like a boss level fight at the, level 3 boss fight, Moff Gideon. It's like one of those games where they tease the boss that's coming later on, but he like escapes. Like you think you're about to boss fight him, then he like jumps out a window, and then like instead you like boss fight like some lower henchman, and you're like, damn it, I don't want to boss fight him. Like, I want to boss fight Shredder, not Rocksteady. Give me Shredder. Yeah, so it kind of waiting to see who the new Moff Gideon is going to be for the show. Who's the new biggest and baddest out there. There was a lot of talk on the interwebs and on the Facebooks about how this episode was going to be really sad. I guess one of the actors decided to speak to a member of the press, and that broke. That, coupled with how episode 7 left, created a shitstorm whirlwind of press, where they ended up making sure everybody knew that Pedro Pascal was committed to the Mandalorian. Because everybody was like, oh my god, are you killing off the Mandalorian? The season finale was gaining all this weird kind of buzz for a little while there, like, and some hate, like, if you kill off him, I swear to God. Those people were online. So, I didn't actually think they were going to do that. Again, I know what the other show is that he's on, and I know about how much longer he's going to be on that. So, try not to spoil anything. I'm just going to try to be as vague as I can with that. So, his future is this show, unless he just doesn't want to act anymore, or wants to give up TV altogether, and just is like, I'm Pedro, and I'm a film star now. Like David Caruso. So, that was a deep cut for anybody from the 90s. And so, yeah, I didn't actually think that was going to happen. I don't really know what the fuck was so sad about this. I think the saddest thing happened in the last episode, in episode 7. This episode was just kind of badass. It's like, yes, someone dies, but it's somebody who needed to die. Otherwise, I guess maybe the emotional thing maybe when somebody said that, it was going to be really emotional and sad, maybe they thought that people would just be like really sad about the whole like Din Djarin adopting. I'm not learning a new name. I'm not doing it. I'm tired. I'm tired of him getting new names. Stop it. Baby Yoda. I'm going back. I'm sorry. I tried to learn Groku for you guys. I'm not learning Jin Groku or whatever. Stop changing his fucking name. It's obnoxious. You can't keep... Season 4, he'll become something else. Next season, mark my words, he will have a new name. He gets a new name every season, and then everybody gets all this merchandise that has, like, Groku! And then they're like, oh god, no, one's out of date. No, now I have to have Dinjoku! Whatever. So... it's obnoxious for merchandising purposes. I see people out there probably going, oh my god, I have to have the right person, the right name on my shirts. And so anyway, Baby Yoda is now Mandalorian in training. I don't know. And they're gonna fly around space together, and they're gonna be bounty hunters again. So season 4 is kind of just open for whatever. They're like up for whatever, which kind of lets me know that it's going to be a minute till we get it. Kind of feels like they don't really know what they're looking for in season 4. They have it like an idea, but they need some time to develop it. Like they're working it out. It probably involves that chick who is covertly working for the New Order, but is not really working for the New Order. Very much an Empire fan. I'm sure she'll come back in some sort of maybe she'll even get a name. And people will start calling her by it instead of those numbers. Yeah. One can hope, because Groku's got like 3 of them, and she's still like N7513, whatever, some dumbass number. So I like this episode. I thought it was fun. It's got a lot of fighting. They didn't kill off Bo-Katan, which I thought was maybe the only possibility when I heard that this was going to be an emotional episode. I was like, well, they have focused quite a bit on Bo. I mean, she was kind of elevated from just like that person from that episode into, oh my god, you're in every episode this season? Crazy. Yeah, so I was like, maybe that was like her entire story arc, but no, she's all good. So, and I'm happy with it. This is the best episode of the season, for multiple reasons. There's enough setup and payoff that happened over the course of the other 7 episodes to make this worthwhile, so that it doesn't just happen. Plus, it's also set up and payoff from the previous 2 seasons. It's not like Moff Gideon just appeared this season. And a lot of the things that kind of feel like they're wrapping up a storyline, that make it almost feel like this could have been like the series finale for Mandalorian. It won't be. By the way, anybody who tells you otherwise is lying to you. This thing is... They don't have enough anchored Star Wars series with multiple seasons running yet to give up on Mandalorian. So, yeah. So it's all tied in and it's all paid off. And I was a big fan of this episode. The audio description for this episode, man, in that final fight when it's like all of them together, it's like Groku and Mando and Bo, and they're all just attacking and Moff Gideon, and I don't know, that was nuts. It was a good scene. So, with all of that in mind, with everything that I've told you, it's come down to this. The final grade for the final Mandalorian episode of the season is an A+. That's how you do TV. That's how you bring it all in. You wrap it all up. You put it in a nice, perfect little bow, and you send it off. Oh, bow. You put it in a nice little Bo-Katan, and you send it off into the world. So, very good. I'm very happy with it. I noticed it was written by Jon Favreau, so that helped. The big guy actually came in and was like, I gotta write the season finale, guys. I don't trust y'all. I've been seeing some of the work you've been putting out this season, and, gotta make sure we land this one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Like, what the fuck you doing? What you doing with your life? I would love for you to click subscribe. Thank you. I love you. I have a website, MacMovieGuy.com. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acba.org, where you can find other things that have audio description now that The Mandalorian is done for the season. You need something new to watch and crave so you can get rid of the shakes. You can go to theadna.org and look up narrators and just kind of stare at their pages and read about them, and it's really cool. There's a thing that you can do there. And you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram at MacTheMovieGuy. Yep, you can. True story. Anyway, that's it for me today. I will review something else and see y'all tomorrow on the other side.